stars embraces us. Remnants of their fiery furnaces pulse through our veins.
We are the stars. The dust of the explosion cast across space.
We are of the earth. We breathe and live in the breath of ancient plants and beasts.
Their cells nourish the soil. We build our communities on their harvest of gifts.
Our fingers trace the curves carved in clay and stone by forebears unknown to us.
We are part of the great circle of humanity, gathered around the fire, the hearth, the altar.
We gather anew this day to celebrate our common heritage.
May we recall in gratitude all that has given us birth.
How short the daylight hours have now become, how gray the skies, how barren seem the trees.
A damp and chilling wind has gripped my mind and made me gloomy too.
But there is that in me which reaches up toward light and laughter, bells and song.
And knows that my religious myth and dream of reborn joy and goodness must be true.
Because it speaks the truth of older myths.
That light returns to balance darkness. Life surges in the evergreen and in us.
And babies are hope and saviors of the world as miracles abound in common things.
Join in the gladness of solstice.
Please join us in
Since times no longer remembered, winter solstice was a time of celebration, for it meant the turning point of winter and the eventual arrival of spring. The return, the rebirth of the sun was celebrated merrily across the globe, with rituals that span back through the reaches of all time. Winter solstice was called midwinter in reflection that from this point forward, the sun was beginning its return journey toward summer's zenith. Winter solstice is the season of light and dark, of chaos and order, of upheaval and stability, of despair and hope, of sorrow and joy, of old and new. It is the season of change, and change then again. It is a time to look deep inside the darkness, deep into the abyss, into the unknown, deep into the chaos, into that it is arcane, and into that is arcane and mysterious, and find that new hope. That new light that guides us through, that light that lends its strength to understand, and that light that prevails over the ever-encroaching darkness. In honor of the gift of the sun, gifts are exchanged among loved ones. At this time, we offer you a small gift. If you're inclined to do so, you're welcome to leave a gift in return. Any monetary gifts will be given to Grand Rapids Women's Shelter.
Salad, pine cones, and corn carbs to feed. Pretty young. We got deer out there.
We don't want to get any closer.
Lessons learned.
Whether you are scarred by love, jaded by religion, or beaten by circumstance, there comes time to say enough and move on. You aren't serving yourself or changing anyone else by holding on to anger. Rights and wrongs are beside the point now. It's time to let go, let the past be what it was, and move on. You can't change what happened, but you can change what you were making it mean. You can change the story you tell yourself. One of my favorite children's stories is Grandpa's Slippers. Grandma thinks it's time to throw out Grandpa's tattered old slippers, but every time she throws them out, he finds them because he loves his old slippers. Grandma is right, of course. The time has come for a new pair of slippers. But on the other hand, Grandpa has to make his own choices about when to move on. It's a bit the same with this article. Forgive me ferreting through the closet of your personal story. If for whatever reason you're not inclined to move on, then by all means stop reading. But on the other hand, if you are ready to claim your most powerful and exciting future, then please do read on. Consider me the meddling grandma. Your story is like Grandpa's slippers. It doesn't fit you anymore. It doesn't fit the person you want to become. Like the old slippers, your story is coming apart at the seams because it's not you. It's several sizes too small for the life you deserve and know you want. The slippers represent a version of your life that has become comfortable, maybe even comfortably numb, but it's not the truth. Beware of ancient drama slopping around in truth slippers. They may be keeping the soles of your feet warm with the familiar glow of self-righteousness, but they aren't feeding the soul of who you are. Your old story is at best a half-truth, and you may even have the wrong half, the half that's holding you back. It's time to exchange the half-truth of poor me for a new truth called my potential. As the Buddhist teacher Pema Chodron says, the truth you believe and cling to makes you unavailable to hear anything new. Who would you be without your old slippers? As long as you choose to walk with the gait of a victim, everything that happens to you will feed this story. You will search in closets, under beds, and in the trash for any excuse to reignite the drama. Your walls go up, your heart closes, and you recreate the sagas of your past hurts like painted bodies in a crime scene. Life will continue to happen to you as long as you tell this tired old story. Close the book on the victim story and remember that you are a fearless pioneer on a daring adventure to find love and beauty in and around you. Everything is an opportunity well before you ascribe it with any meaning. Allow life to happen through you and with you rather than to you. It's time to claim your power and leave yesterday's disappointment in a vault marked, "Things I've grown through but that don't define me anymore." If you're not ready to read this, then forgive me. Take it in the spirit as it is intended. I offer this with compassion and in the interest of every person realizing your full potential as a human being. We don't do a service to anyone when we allow each other to wallow in self-pity, nor do we do each other a service when we perpetuate wounded truths. Wounded truths are the half-truths that speak of past disappointment, but don't catch the other half-truth that you have power to make choices about how you respond. Wounded truths are often spoken with tilted head and muffled tone. We ask for people's least rather than inviting their greatest. Take a little power walk in your new slippers and see how they feel. Use the language that speaks of power and potential rather than paralysis and pity. If we were inviting fullness from each other, we would talk about survivors of crime rather than victims of crime. We would emphasize recovery rather than addiction. We would describe people as managing chronic illness rather than having diseases. The disease doesn't define the person, nor does the crime. This is not about denial. We do well to avoid the other extreme of blame as well. Allow people to feel their pain and not deny the past. But at some time and somewhere in between victim mentality and blame lies a healthy form of present-focused personal responsibility. The happy ending in Grandpa's Slippers is that Grandpa eventually lets go of his old slippers, buys a new pair, and voila, it turns out that he loves the new slippers even more. I shouldn't make any promises, but I can't help feeling that the same is true for all of us. The new story may take some getting used to, but once you do let go and move on, your life will flourish in leaps and bounds, from responsibility to power, from choice to freedom. You might even thank Grandma for breaking the victim cycle and prompting you to make new choices. Oh, in this process of claiming your power has no end point. It's a lifelong journey of growth. No sooner has Grandpa slipped his feet into his new comfy loafers than Grandma turns her attention to his tatty old cardigan.
What?
Cardigan.
Claim power in one area of your life. Create a habit of forward-focused momentum, and then turn your attention to the next. And don't forget to enjoy the journey. It's fun making life-affirming choices, and exciting.
Looks like a button-down sweater.
We cast the circle, and I begin in the north. Spirit of the east, spirit of air, of morning and springtime, be with us as the sun rises. In times of beginning, times of planting, inspire us with the fresh breath of courage as we go forth into new adventures. Spirit of the south, spirit of fire, of noontime and summer, be with us through the heat of the day and help us to be ever growing. Warm us with strength and energy for the work that awaits us. Spirit of the west, spirit of water, of evening and autumn, be with us as the sun sets and help us to enjoy a rich harvest. Flow through us with a cooling, healing quietness and bring us peace. Spirit of the north, spirit of earth, of nighttime and winter, be with us in the darkness, in the time of gestation.
Yule is the time of winter solstice, and for some Wiccans, it's a time to say goodbye to what's past and welcome the new year. This is portrayed in the Wiccan custom in the stages of a woman's life. It begins as a maiden and passes into motherhood. After gaining the wisdom of life and teaching the young all that she has learned, she is honored as the crone. A Yule log is burned on the balefire at this time, which is believed to be from the Celtic word bel, meaning bright. Obtained from the land of the coven steed, otherwise known as coven, a word used to describe a group of witches. The log is ceremoniously carried in and placed in the balefire with just one end in the fire. The Yule log protects the house from fire or lightning throughout the year. The balefire is burned to give life to the sun on its journey through the coming year. All domestic fires were extinguished on the day before the festival, and then the balefires would be lit at the rising of the moon on the solstice. The celebrations took place with participants dancing sunwise or deosil around the flames. Some couples would take hands and leap over the flames to promote fertility. Just before the next moonrise and before the balefire was extinguished, fire from it would be carried off to rekindle the domestic fires. The ashes of the fire were treated as sacred and used in amulets, charms, and spells, and also in divination. Divination would also take place using the flames while the fire was burning. Symbolizing the impending chaos, role reversals were common. Mock kings, who were slaves that became the owners for a period of time, as well as the practice of slaves and owners, rich and poor, those considered unlikely dining partners, ate together. Winter solstice practices such as these offered not only restructured the chaos, but also offered a period of time to atone and release ourselves from old practices and patterns, and offer us an opportunity to restructure our relationships. For the light of hope, ever present at winter solstice, offers us not only the light to see clearly, but also an opportunity and a vehicle to create change, allowing us time for new resolutions, for life changes. It is the opportunity that warms the heart and soul, and allows us to soften and transform as the light transforms the winter. In the larger sense, winter solstice is the time of seasonal renewal, the beginning of an emergence from winter and from communal and personal hibernation. It is the time of internal and external renewal. As the sun renews and begins its return journey to spring, so too does the soul. At this time, we invite you to write down anything you wish to let go and anything you wish to draw to you in the coming year and attach it to the Yule log. It will then be burned and your dreams will be released to the heavens. Okay, this is reading number 2, which will be. From the reaches of the north, a place of cold blue beauty.
Come to us the first winter storm.
Wind whipping, flakes flying,
The snow has fallen upon the earth,
keeping us close,
keeping us together.
wrapped up as everything sleeps.
Beneath the blanket of white,
Cold and dark this time of year.
the earth lies dormant, awaiting the return of the sun, and with it its life.
Far beneath the frozen surface,
A heartbeat waits until the moment is right to spring.
as the earth grows colder, the wind blows faster, the fire dwindles smaller.
And the rains fall harder. Let the light of the sun find its way home.
It is the season of the crone, the time of the winter goddess. Tonight, we celebrate the festival of the winter solstice, the rebirth of the sun, and the return of the light to the earth. As the wheel of the year turns once more, we honor the eternal cycle of birth, life, death, and rebirth.
O crone, the wheel has turned once more. It is time for the maiden to claim what is now hers. As you lie down for the winter, she is born once again.
The days will now get longer. Now the sun has returned. My season is ended, yet the season of the maiden begins. Listen to the wisdom of those who have come before you, and yet be wise enough to make your own way.
Thank you for the wisdom of your years and for seeing the season through to its end. You have stepped aside that the new season may begin, and for this we give you honor.
All changes as new life is born, and the dead fades away back into the earth. The wheel of the year turns once more, ever changing, yet always constant, as the cycle continues once more. O goddess of winter, cast your eyes upon us this night, as the solstice approaches. Grant us love, wisdom, strength, and peace, and blessings upon the earth.
Great sun, wheel of fire, Ra in your glory, hear me as I honor you on this, the shortest day of the year. Summer has gone, passed us by. The fields are dead and cold, and all of the earth sleeps in your absence. Even in the darkest times, you light the way for those who would need a beacon of hope, of brightness, shining in the night. Winter is here, and colder days are coming. The fields are bare and the livestock thin. We light these candles in your honor, that you might gather your strength and bring life back to the world. O Ra, mighty sun above us, we ask you to return, to bring back to us the light and the warmth of your fire. Bring life back to earth. Bring light back to earth. Hail Ra, ruler of the sun.
Close the circle. The circle is open, yet unbroken. Thank you, Great Spirit of the East, our Spirit of Air. Thank you, Great Spirit of the South, our Spirit of Fire. Thank you, Great Spirit of the West, our Spirit of Water. Thank you, Great Spirit of the North, our Spirit of the earth.
Please rise and sing with me. Deck the halls.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, la 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 la. Droll the ancient Yuletide carol, la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, la 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses, la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, la 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 la. Heed the sound of wind and weather, la 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 la.
In closing, I would like us to recite together our covenant that we say together every Sunday morning.
We pledge to walk together in the ways of truth and affection, as best we know them now, or may learn them in days to come, that we and our children may be fulfilled, and that we may speak to the world in words and actions of peace and goodwill.